And look, when she wrote in her book that she didn't pick Pete Buttigieg as her running mate because she thought America wasn't ready for a gay man on the ticket, that's not leadership. That's fear based politics. That's saying, I care about progress unless it risks my chance of winning. And you can't claim to be bold and inclusive while also playing it safe when it counts the most. And that moment exposed the difference between real courage and branding, and let alone just whatever Pete Buttigieg decides to be and whatever he condone himself to be or whatever the case may be, why isn't just based on merit if he qualifies in regards to the position? Why even spew this rhetoric of his own personal business, right? So meanwhile, Joe Biden's health and mental sharpness were declining publicly. And then unfortunately, the cancer announcement came out, and it's a horrifying thing. And I wish that on nobody and everyone saw it. That's not a dig. That's just reality because he spent more time in Delaware than in Washington, and yet the White House kept pretending nothing was wrong. That was the problem. And the media tiptoed around it. The party stayed silent. Why? Because admitting the truth would have thrown the whole political machine off its track. So instead, we were sold a version of reality that didn't match what we all could see with our own eyes. And here's where common sense tells us good leadership isn't about how someone looks or what boxes they check. It's about honesty. It's about showing up, speaking clearly, and making decisions that put the people first, not politics. And right now, a lot of Americans across all backgrounds are starting to feel like they were being talked down to and not spoken with, like their concerns are being brushed off in favor of slogan and sound bites. And we don't need more politicians who are great at talking and word solid. We need more people who are great at leading. And that starts with being real, even when it's uncomfortable, because true leadership and the measure of true leadership is doing the very thing that's in the best interest, even though people may not see it right away. But you know, as a leader, that's a tough decision you have to make. I give you an example from a C student perspective and a real life example. Let's say you're in a relationship, right? And you a man and you leading your family, you the provider and protector, as we all know that when it comes to men, we are resonated with and known as being provider and protectors. And real men, as we know, put ourselves last and we put everybody before us at the sacrifice of our own health, our own well-being to make sure everybody is taken care of. And then later on in life, as we live a full life to take care of ourselves and then being able to pour back in ourselves once everybody in the family, our children, our spouse, whatever the case may be, is taken care of, right? That's a real man, putting everybody else before himself, sacrificing, providing, protecting.